Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. I have some big ideas of what I want to accomplish today. So we'll see if we get there. You know how that goes. You have all these things swirling in your head, and then, reality kind of sets in. So we'll see. But I never come with not enough stuff to do. That's for sure. I was just telling somebody that I remember telling my grandmother I could be locked in my house for 50 years, and you know what? I would never be bored because I always have a billion things to do. I always have all kinds of things that I can't wait to play with, or projects that are started that aren't finished. You get the idea. Everybody make sure you have a big drink. So let's stay hydrated today. And then let's get going. So I have a couple of things to talk about today. First, let's talk about if you would like, follow, comment, and share Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs on the following social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then ask to join Stitch Along with Anne Facebook group and Anne Corbiere-Scott Design Facebook group. I would greatly appreciate that. And then let's talk about, Keely told me that I forgot to share this, and it is worth sharing. So this is the box that the Art of Soul watercolors arrived in. Look at this box. Is it the most darling? So remember I was telling you that they can be reattached by applying a drop of water, pressing the Pod to the surface, and allowing it to dry. So if it comes off of the card, it can, because it gets too wet maybe, then it can be, if you get some water on there and then press it down, it'll reattach itself to the card. Anyway, I thought I wanted to play with these a little bit. Good morning, Sue. I wanted to play with these a little bit today, and I thought, what better to paint all of these gorgeous colors than the box of crayons I drew in Fall Fodder 2. So I have it both on copy paper and watercolor paper. Let's start with watercolor paper because I also have a crayon, which is fitting because remember the back to school class starts this weekend, and it is I'm not kidding around when I tell you I have 15 techniques that I want to share with you that using crayons. But then I also have drawn I think 3 or 4 pieces of art for us to practice those techniques on. I also have a couple of getting these activated, a couple of exercises that we're going to do in our book to kind of warm up your brain to the idea of utilizing crayons as a medium, like a go-to medium in your artsy arsenal. I'm telling you, you just will. And the class is only $25. So really seriously consider it. So I did my swatch, remember, of these colors. And so here's the thing about a box of Crayolas. It's mainly I have an older box and a newer box, so I'll bring these both over because I'll kind of do a hybrid. So the main colors are deep green and yellow, right? So I kind of like these classic colors. So I'm going to put this here as a reference, and I'm going to start with that. I'm going to look at my swatch and this deceptively green blue. I think that's going to be my outside color, and then DMW yellow is going to be my inside color here, and then my flowers are going to be a big colorful array, just like when you open a box of crayons and it's a big colorful array. So that's my thought. So let's just start painting. I'm gonna get that brush wet a second. I just find that I have better luck when my brush is, if I want to be spreading color, I want my brush to be pretty saturated in water. Now I'm going to come in and work that water into, good morning Keels, into my color. We're painting a box of crayons in celebration of this weekend's class, Keels. So I'm going to come in, and remember I told you my outside. The outside is where the green is. And I feel like this is going on. I do two Keels. I do two. So I felt like this was a little bit too opaque. I want it a little bit more translucent so you can see the artwork underneath. So I just tapped off the color with a paper towel. I was thinking about it yesterday, and I thought this is the perfect printable piece to play with these colors, because I can use all the colors in the flowers. Okay, so I've got some basic green down, so I'm gonna clean off my brush because I have a little bit of a boo-boo over here that I want to come in with a clean brush right here. So I'm going to rub some clear water on there. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Try and get it loose. Well, some of it came off. Let's see if we can do it again. Clean up my brush. Back, forth, back, forth. Okay, and let's tap that off again. Not bad, not bad. I think up here I need to do the same. Clear water. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Clean off my brush. Continue on. So, did everybody see that Phil Donahue died? That's awfully sad. I just think about what an impact he had on women and on daytime television, certainly, and just the entire like talk TV, and how he wasn't afraid of any subject, and he I remember my mom watching him quite a bit. Okay, let's start to bring in some other colors up here. I'm gonna flip this around. I'm gonna use fall fodder too. Bring some chlorophyll, which is funny because I'm doing a leaf with chlorophyll, right? That's kind of funny. So I want to do, remember we've talked about, we've talked about repeating colors. So because I have chlorophyll there, let's make this chlorophyll, these little dots. Sometimes we repeat, sometimes we don't, but in this case, I kind of want there to be a little bit of an even, I want it to be kind of evened out. So there we go. And now let's try flora. So let's work that water in. Good morning, Valerie. Let's do these petals here. Flora. Okay. Let's do something else with that. We could do the inside. No, it's been out there for a while, Valerie. It came out last fall, actually. But you can still paint it. I just found another leaf. So, shall we do another chlorophyll? Shall we bring in coastal waters? Let's bring coastal waters in just to see what we can see. Let's get some color on there. That is mighty watery. So let's let that soak in. Let's talk about the wrapper of this crayon. I think I want this crayon to be red. So I'm going to wet my brush and work that water into false cinnabar. I wonder, why is it named false cinnabar? I don't know. Let's do the top of this crayon. There we go. On the bottom. Let that sit for a little bit. But I feel like we need to make sure that we do something over here that's the same color. We could do the rose. We could do this little posy right here. I don't know just yet. I don't know. Let's hit it with a heat gun while I ponder. Because all down here is going to be yellow, remember? Anybody else remember watching Phil Donahue? I just remember he was fearless without pressure. Like, I never felt like he was asking people questions in a gotcha kind of journalistic way. I felt like he was genuinely curious, and who can fault somebody for that, for being genuinely curious? This is going to take a while, I think. I do have a bunch of daffodils that I want to fussy cut. So I'm wondering if because this one was so wet, remember this little leaf right here? Here we go. Getting there, getting there. Almost dry. Ta-da! Okay. I'm thinking, let's do the rose. Let's do the rose red. Let's see what we get. Get some of that, not red, false cinnabar. Work some of that water into this dot card. This is the most generous dots, I'm going to tell you. I love it. I love that this is all the packaging. I love that. So remember, this is just our first watery coat, right? We can fiddle with it and a little deeper down here, maybe. Up one side. Start to build little bits of shape. Good morning, Nancy. Nancy, I will let you into the group. I am so sorry. I had a super, super busy day yesterday, but as soon as class is over here, I will put you into the crayon class. So we are celebrating the crayon class by painting the box of crayons with the Matisse quote on it from last year's Fall Fodder 2. Everybody take a drink. I think let's do this yellow next. A little bit more water. Because I want to make sure that this is a watery wash first. There we go. So Jeff and I started watching this show called Your Honor. Has anybody else started watching it? It's so good, but it is so disturbing. Like, I really need, you know how I like my little funny show chaser after I watch something disturbing? I need it like nobody's business after a show like that. Like, I know I can't just go to bed with that in my head. Holy tamale. But it's so fascinating. It's just, it's really, really good. It's really starting to look Crayola, isn't it? Oh, I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now we need something blue up here and something orange. And I'm feeling like yellow too, but I want to kind of fiddle with that idea for a minute. So let's get some water worked into this sweet water. Look at how pretty it is. Let's do this flower right here. Nice and watery. I'm wondering. What do you think about blue right here? Right? I saw Oprah Winfrey posted about Phil Donahue yesterday, and she said there would have been no Oprah Winfrey if it hadn't been for Phil Donahue. And I think that's kind of true. You know, he kind of broke the barrier for her. So I'm thinking maybe this yellow and this orange is what I'm kind of thinking. And I think I should have done right here that Durango. Oh no, that was Flora, sorry. That should have been right there. Oh, so pretty. So I'm thinking about this crayon, the wrapper on the crayon. So sometimes they have them like a very pale version of the color. Like look at this one. This is like a pale version of magenta. And sometimes they have this color that's kind of, I don't know, kind of a cool, like a cool, not cream really, but anyway. But I think I want to do a pale color, a pale version of this Cinnabar. So I think I'm going to use one of my new little gems that I got, remember, at the Sugar Island Historical Society yard sale? Stop it. I don't even know. What do you think this was from? I got a set of 5, I think. Was it for butter? Was it for candles? I don't know. I don't think it's candles because it's rounded at the bottom. Like I can feel the rounded corners of it. Anyway, I got that, and then shut the front door. Look at this. How perfect is this for painting? So it is, I thought that you could put water in here and then rest your brush on there. Stop it. As soon as I saw it. Oh, maybe salt. Good thinking, Nancy. Good thinking. Anyway, I'm thinking, let's put some water in here. I don't know. I just saw them and was like, yep, I can totally use that. So I'm going to put some water in here. And I'm going to come in and get some of this false cinnabar. That's a lot of water. Get a little bit more color in there. So let's see how it's, yeah, that's what I want. This is all going to be fussy cut, so utilize what you've got. Do you know what I mean? So I have this space here where I can test colors. There we go. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so then when I look at the bands up here, the swooshy stripe is this color, and then the band is black, so I can color that in later with a pen or, you know, whatever. So let's do this, and then I can do this swooshy stripe. I love it so much. I love it so much. Oh, let's do right here. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, let's see. What did I said I think I want to do this one yellow. Yes. Anybody know why I chose this one to be yellow? Because this flower is purplish. And the opposite on the color wheel for purple is yellow, and I feel like that's going to give me a nice pop. There we go. Get in there. Okay. Let that dry because I've got too many wet things up here. So I've got some other blue. So I have one more blue. I have this deep sea blue, which I could certainly put in the center of this flower. Or I could use the deep sea blue as like a shader for this flower down here. So I'm kind of thinking about that. I know I want this to be orange and these to be, well, I think I've got a leaf back there that I'm kind of toying with. This went on to opaque, so I want to get some of that off. So I'm going to pull some of that. And then get some more here, here, here. There we go. Just tap, tap, tap. Ta-ta. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it so much. It's making me so happy. Everybody take a drink. Hey Lori, how are you? Oh my gosh. So you saw me show off your card, your postcard. Shut up. So beautiful. So beautiful. So I'm painting with these new colors this morning. I just felt like I got these colors and all I did was swatch them. So you know I had to paint with them. I like to put things through their paces. But I also really want to do another Rolodex card. I was telling Keely, I am so like in the mood for Rolodex cards. Like I always feel like they're like these little masterpieces. You can create these little tiny masterpieces. I don't know how better to say that, but so I do have some Rolodex cards here, and I have all of these daffodils that I need to make something with. So as soon as I get this this color on everything, like one coat on everything here, I feel like I want to set this aside and then work on a Rolodex card. So I still have here and here. So I think I want to come in with Sunset. For this right here. Just get some color down. Just let that sit for a minute. Maybe, you know what? Maybe let's tap that off. And then come in. Flip that around so it's easier for me to work with. And then come in with some color. pull that orange that's leaking out. Pull that off. Then I have something up here and here. So I'm thinking, what have I not used yet? Well, I have this really cool, so this Shine is the coolest green. It's kind of a light lime green, but almost, as Keely said, because Keely got the same set as me, almost like a light olive green. And you know how I love olive green. So let's get a little bit of color in there. Stop it. So pretty. Why did I do that? I knew that was going to happen. I need to just leave that alone. And pick a color for in here. So I could pick an opposite on the color wheel kind of color, or I could pick a complementary color. I'm feeling like opposite on the color wheel, because then I'd have 3 yellows, and I think that's going to really pop. Or I could really, let's start with this one. See what happens. That is so pretty together. Okay. So now let's just let this dry of its own volition. And set these aside to dry. And then get our scissor out and start fussy cutting these, and hopefully dream up a brilliant idea. You know what I mean? So I have these scissors, and I had a little pair down here, but I saw them on Jeff's desk yesterday. Yes, his work desk. Oh, there we go. So this one's already cut. And I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with this. This is when we were playing with gouache, remember? These are all gouache. And then I have the word daffodil that I haven't, well, this one is copy paper. And I kind of had an idea, I don't know. I kind of have an idea for that one. Then I have this whole sheet. Remember, we painted and then we did. Yeah, I know, Keels. Tessa, one day in the mail, I got a pack of 3 sets of these little bitty scissors. Because Tessa hates coming to make stuff at my house, and I have crap scissors. So, these are also on watercolor paper, so I'm gonna I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with these. Like this, I just think would be the coolest, I don't know, I just kind of have this idea about it. So let's go. I'm just gonna fussy cut, just gonna get the main stuff cut, because I find it cumbersome to fussy cut when it's a big piece of something. I like creating with smaller pieces much better. Okay, let's see there. Oh, and remember we did light and shadow with this one too, with the gray marker. Oh, I didn't do it on this one though. This one I did. Maybe I didn't. I only did it on this one. I think we should do it on all of them. Just because it gives a little something, something. And this one, remember, I did gel pens. Can we talk about this? I love that this is just this kind of pattern on like paint on top of paint, gel pen on top of paint, and the cool just effect those gel pens have. I like leaving that little bit of a white edge, you know. Gel pens have on top of another medium, like it could be watercolor, it could be acrylics, it could be pan pastels, it could be all kinds of things. So I'm kind of dreaming up an idea. But I feel like I need to finish a task and cut these all out. You know how my brain works. It's just kind of bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Bouncing all over the place. So sometimes I have to do a little self-talk. Keep myself on task. So has anybody else watched or starting to watch Your Honor? Anybody? Anybody? I would love to know your thoughts. Like at a couple points in the show, Jeff looked over at me and he goes, "Who thinks up this stuff?" I go, "Well, it's got to be based on something true somewhere along the nut." Okay, do you find it disturbing also, Valerie? But you can't stop watching it? I mean, it's just... I don't know. It's a crazy show. That's all I'd say. It's a crazy show. Okay. I'm gonna... So I still need to fussy cut everything, because I told myself that's what I needed to do. But I do want to test it on a... Oh, that would make a very cool Rolodex. Don't you... Everybody take a drink. It is crazy. It is crazy. So I'm thinking, what if I did that and this, and I do something in the background? If I kind of fussy cut around the word daffodil. It's a fabulous show. It's just, it's intense. I think maybe that's the best way to say it, Valerie. It's intense. And it just keeps getting more intense. We're still on the first season. Are you on the second season, or are you still on the first season? I know, and that's even more disturbing, right? That's even more disturbing, Valerie. That it, you know, yikes. And then we are also watching Bad Monkey. So I have read a bunch of the author Carl, let me remember how to say his name. I think that might be right where we are, Valerie. I think that might be right where we are. Hyacinth. So Carl Hyacin he's lives in Florida, and most of his books take place in Florida, and they're all a little bit I swear, ain't that the truth, Keels? I do look forward to that. There was something else that Jeff and I were just talking about that we were that's coming soon. And we're really talking about getting rid of cable. I don't know. We have this discussion periodically. Because our home phone, yes, we still have a home phone. Our home phone and our internet and our and my email, my GScott36, are all through our cable company. And so it would be a lot of rigmarole to change all of that, but really kind of thinking about it. I'm kind of liking those two together, and then some kind of a green background, like maybe so then this would pop. Maybe a jelly print or some kind of an art paper background. What do you think? What do you think? I'm kind of toying with that idea. Okay, what else? These are all on watercolor paper. Okay, so I think I read that one. You know what? I read so many books. I have read so many books that sometimes, and like I get started on an author, and then I kind of read lots of what that author has written. I love that. Yeah, I want to watch that one too, Keels, because it looks a little lighthearted. I don't know. Hopefully. And I just love when their Boston accents start to come really out. This one looks like, this one I did some gel pen work on too. I just always think that looks so cool. And I love mixing medias. I just love that. I just love the ooh. Are you, Beth? Interesting. My dad just dropped DirecTV. Because our cable bill is so astronomical. And remember, our internet just went out. So, and we keep having problems with it being kind of spotty reception. So, I don't know. It's a big decision, isn't it? It's a big decision for me, because then it means you have to learn a whole new way of managing it all. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many remotes does one person need? That's kind of a crazy thing. Cox. Sorry, Cox, Beth, if you're wondering. Cox is our internet. And you know what? We've had it forever. And I think that's part of the issue. And I don't remember how many things are on that, are connected to that email address versus my business email address. I don't know. You know, like you sign up for things and you use that as your email address, but who, you know, you don't remember years later. I'm thinking. I want to cut this out with my X-Acto knife right here, this part. So then whatever I lay this on, something peeks through. I know I love that. Okay. This one I did more colors. And this one I did, remember I added a little bit of purple. I'm feeling like I might want to add, this one I remember now, we did colored pencil and then some gel pen on top of that. And this one I wanted to tamp down, I remember I wanted to tamp down the purple. So I'm thinking we could just do a little bit more stippling on here because it wouldn't hurt to have that the neon orange tamped down just a little bit also. I'm still going to get the effect, right? But it won't be so... Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. Yeah, this is helping, I think, a great deal. Yeah, I always need like a Seinfeld or a Everybody Loves Raymond chaser when I watch those intense shows. You know? Da-da-da. I won't know until this is completely dry how effective my idea. Coming and home. And I'm also thinking about Keely, that's so funny. Yeah, I think they're pretty funny. And I just think as an ensemble cast, they work so well together, those three. And isn't it, but I love that they have like all kinds of other people on those, like Meryl Streep for crying out loud, and Paul Rudd, and I just love that. I love that they just want to play with their creative friends. Okay, so I'm kind of liking this better. I feel like I need to let that dry before we come up with another something. But before we go on, I can't believe this time is almost done. How did that happen? Let's go there. Let's see what we got. Ooh, which one? What quote? Mine or Keely's? Probably Keely. What your breath tells you. This is so Lori. You are enough. You need no more than you. You are more than how you are seen. You are who you are in the dark. You are who you are in the silence. You do not need to buy or train or earn your acceptance. You are enough. You are a cosmic miracle. You are the earth witnessing itself. You inhale the air and accept yourself as you accept that air as a part of the natural order of things. You are the mind that exists in the act of changing. You are possibility in motion. You belong here. You are where you need to be. You are enough. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Because we are enough, right? Oh, Keels. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? It's true, it's true, it's true. Everybody take a drink. Lori, can you give us a shoulder exercise? I'm feeling like I could use a shoulder exercise. Extend both arms straight out to the sides. Roll one palm up and the other palm down fluidly a few times. Oh my gosh. Is everybody doing that? Holy smokes, does that feel good? I surround myself with the very best of friends. I'm trying to just really concentrate on my muscles. Thank you, Lori. Did everybody do it, I hope? I hope. I can't believe the time is almost done. It goes entirely too fast. I think I want to cut these out all individually. All these little stamen. I know it was lovely, wasn't it, Nance? It was. There we go. I hope that you're playing with these techniques. Look at the painting and then layering colored pencils and layering gel pens just to get that new, hey Sarah, to get that, like, just a new punch of inspiration, you know? I think it helps so tremendously to just try a new little something, and then it's gonna just become part of your artsy arsenal in your noggin, right? Your reference files of techniques that just lives in your artist brain, and you are going to be just expand your creating. I saw this morning that Tammy is in Barcelona, so I'm anxious to see and hear all about her travels and what she experiences. She had already bought some new Posca pens. I thought that was cute. Oh, you guys, I'm loving it. Let's do this little guy. I love painting pieces and then putting these in my cigar box of tricks. And so then when I'm creating something else, I'm like, oh, you know what? I have that one daffodil that would look perfect on this. Sometimes I create with them right away. Like I have this Rolodex card in mind right away. But then sometimes I just keep them for later. Because I feel like, you know, back in the scrapbooking days, I always felt like I could create my page or I could journal. I didn't want to do both of them at the same time because I felt like they used two different parts of my brain. Because when I didn't get myself all the way in the mode for journaling, it came out really dumb. Like just the facts. But if I let myself ponder it, I would remember a story. And a story is what you want. At least I did. It was a story. So I would just keep a notebook beside me. And that notebook could be a hotel notepad, because you know I love me a hotel notepad. And I would just write down the facts so I didn't forget the facts. But then as I created, stuff would just start to kind of niggle in my brain, and I'd remember a story. And I get that from my mom. I'm just going to tell you, we have found, my mom was the ultimate note taker, and she that's how we found out all about so many things that she had done that we didn't know the full extent. Like that she started the Sugar Island Historical Society with two friends. It makes me so proud. My sister, we're so proud. My dad, we're so proud. So I have stacks of notes, and sometimes I keep them because there might be something on there. Do you know what I mean? My friend Joni and I were talking about how we have these notebooks that are filled with all kinds of things, like a grocery list and a great idea for a project, or oh, I love that, Lori. I love that. Yeah, my gram was the queen of sticky notes, and then my mom was the queen of sticky notes. And so when my gram died, we found so many packs of sticky notes, and my uncle kept putting them in my box to mail myself. But when I was cleaning off the top of a dresser at my mom's house, look what I found. My mom worked for the Bay County Library System, and I found this pad of paper, memo from Joanne Corbiere, coordinator of senior services. Oh, I just love it. I just love it so much. I don't even know if I'll ever use a sheet of this paper. I just love that I have her on my desk with me every day. So it's never, for me, it's never like the big things. Do you know what I mean? Like jewels, or not like my mom had many jewels, but it's never that stuff for me. It's always the things that she would have used in her everyday life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have this weird little keychain from Percy Panacci Insurance, where my gram worked, and she always had those keychains, her keys on those keychains, and so I have one of those, and it just makes me so happy. It just makes me so happy. Oh goodness, I'm over. Big surprise. So I will see you all tomorrow in Stitch Along, where we will be starting a new Christmas design from the Nativity set. And golly, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for just hanging with me, for all of it, you guys, seriously, for every class that you take, for every printable that you buy, oh my gosh, for every embroidery pattern. It keeps me going as a working artist, and that is I'm living my dream. So I'm ever so grateful. Ever so grateful. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. And then remember, Thursday is art journal edition, so we'll be creating in our art journals again. Yay! I adore you all so much. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Make it a terrific Tuesday.